Hello guys, Nintendo Capri Sun here, and welcome back to part 2 of Smartball. We are now going to World 4A, which is, without a doubt, the easiest level in the game, and it gives you a lot of time to really take in the luscious Mode 7 graphics, the scaling, the rotation, and, well, not so much the color layering. They gave that to you in World 3B, as you might have seen, with the gradual turn to night, which is cool. I love when they do that. And you really couldn't do that without color layering. Like with Castlevania, you just had to redo the entire screen in a different color palette. Anyway, as I was saying, easiest level in the game, nice peaceful music. You won't hear it for long because, you know, the level's short. I'm not sure how you get those balls. I guess you would have to ride the rabbit. But I don't even know why they give you upgrades in this level, because, you know, there's nothing else to it. I mean, literally, at this point, it's impossible for me to die. And then you fall through the moon. This is what I mean by, like, strange things happening in this game. You fall through the moon, you end up in this pixelated room, and then you stop and wonder, like, was that there when the moon first scaled into the screen at the beginning? I don't know. I always forget to look for it, but whatever. I could go back into the level and look, and never mind. I'm not going to do that. Then you start this level in the middle of the moon like he came out the other side or something. And now it's nighttime, and you're on the upside-down bottom of it, and it's just so weird. It's so weird that I absolutely love it. I mean, I don't know what, like, what they envisioned with this, like maybe they were trying to do something else, but whatever they did, I wouldn't change it for the world, because I think it is so cool. Okay, this boss is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass here, but ah, shoot. Yeah, nice dodging there. It helps if you know his pattern, but a lot of those diagonal ones, I don't really know them that well, though. So the moon flies away, more scaling to take in before we head to 5A, which probably has my favorite music in the game. And, incidentally, I shut up right then. Oh, that's the hard up right there. It's not as good as I remember when I was a kid, but this is definitely still my favorite song in the game. Tied closely by the World 8 music. We'll talk about that when we get there for sure. Holy crap, is that music awesome. I hate jumping uphill over stuff. I just hate it. You gotta be really careful going through these pipes and trying to attack stuff. With these enemies that are jumping up and down like this, it really doesn't, you know, an attack that where you're like flattening yourself doesn't really lend itself to their attack pattern very well. But pretty much if you just mash down repeatedly on the control pad, you can get them without much trouble. Shit, he hit me twice, man. I'm telling you, you got no invisibility frames at all in this. Or if you do, it's like very brief. You get some more life right here, though. Oh, no, you don't. You get iron. That's okay, we're probably not going to take any more hits in this. The rest of this level's pretty easy. It's that one part that's just problematic. Now take the iron with you through this door, so you can use it on that little cluster freak of monsters there. And use it on these fishy fishies up here. The iron won't really stop you from swimming fast, so... This is one of those rooms where I think it's better not to hold Y, so you don't start grabbing onto the sides by accident. Because that'll happen. I mean, maybe here you might want to grab the ceiling, but... Oh, get that, I don't care. You can have fun with that iron ball. You can really just do a lot of neat little things with it. Well, you can throw it around, basically, but still, I mean, the way it bounces around, the sound that it makes, it's just... It's so cool, I don't know. And there's a hard upgrade. We'll definitely not be needing that, since we're pretty much at the end of the level. Sometimes you come out of doors and you're on the far right side of the screen, so it's best to, like, scroll it ahead by moving back and forth. It's better to do that than to take the risk of taking a hit from something that you can't see, because it's, like, right on top of you by the time it enters the screen. There's a whale on the sign, just another random thing. You don't ever see a whale in the next level, even though you know, it's like I was saying before, if I did say that, I don't remember. But a lot of times the signs don't really indicate what's coming. It's just like random design choices. The signs are like a design. But do you imagine that? Kind of like the arrow sign at the end of the Super Mario World, I guess. Or at the end of some levels in that. This is one of those levels where there's like a trillion different ways to go through it, but if you go the way that I'm going, you can get through it pretty quickly, so... Just, you know, because see, we already got the R, so it's like, geez. I need one up. Yeah, I want to get on the ceiling to avoid these guys here. If you can get on the clouds here, then great, but that's really hard. clouds, you'd be able to just pretty much surpass the entire level, but it's hard to get up there. Maybe if you had a jump power-up, like, took a different path, there might be one out there somewhere. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Here we are at boss of 5B. Like I said, we probably did that level in like 45 seconds, didn't we? Doesn't even matter. I need some water, man. It is 82.9 degrees in here, and I'm not happy with that at all, but what are you gonna do? Okay, tap. Oh, yeah, I guess that does work better. See, normally I attack, bosses by doing that repeatedly, but I've seen people do it like that, and that seems to work better because it still hits their hitbox, obviously, because they're bigger than you. So maybe that is the smarter thing to do. I just always thought that was too, like, easy or something. But in this game, though, some of those bosses, like the boss of this world especially, I mean, you really should do it, because... Oh, shit, I suddenly had a brain fart on what was coming up next. Yeah, these guys coming down the hill again. It's amazing how many times they expect you to jump over stuff while going uphill in this game. So, really, just, you gotta watch your surroundings. And the ice physics in this game are absolutely horrendous. So, heed my warnings if you do decide to undertake this game for yourself. For instance, these guys, don't even mess with them. See, this is one of those cases where I wish I could just go up on the wall there and climb up it. But you can't do that. You can only do it if you're going up onto the ceiling from the wall like this. You can't go from a ceiling to a wall to keep going up. There's also times when you'll see like two blocks touching each other diagonally. And in those cases, you can actually go through those, but only if you're going up, not if you're going down. You'll see that in World 8 later, so I'll probably explain more on that when we get there, unless I'm on some kind of rampage. I did actually see the new Spider-Man movie last night. Kind of like to talk about that, but I'll probably wait till Shadow of the Colossus to do that, because... Wait a minute. What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. No, there's no sense in me acting like I haven't seen it, but seriously, what the fuck is that? Like, I mean, it's just this guy randomly streaking in the snow. He runs into a wall, smashes himself into a pancake. I mean, who thinks of this stuff? It's like somebody was just working on the game one day and they were just so bored and they had nothing else to do, so they thought, I'm just gonna put this random guy in here that just runs into the wall and smashes his face with an iron. I mean, I don't even know. The jump helps tremendously there. A lot of times you'll have to jump onto a platform and there's like an enemy immediately there. That becomes hard to deal with. Oh my gosh, I killed that guy. I didn't expect to do that. Normally, what you have to do to get around that guy is just hit him like this, and then move through him during his invisibility frames. Otherwise, I think those guys are sometimes almost to the point of indestructible if you don't have whatever it was I had that I killed him with. Those were not anywhere near my hitbox. I can't believe I killed those that way. You can beat them down. Like, beat them down in the... like you beat somebody to the punch and you can beat them down. But, it's not really worth the risk involved, so I wouldn't do it. Yeah, this level's not too bad. Not a fan of the music in that level. That's probably my least favorite song in the game, but only because I don't like Christmas music that much. Sorry, I know some of my worst rants have been about that, because of things I didn't know. Like that whole thing about the song, My Favorite Things. I was sitting there acting like dog bites and bee stings. I was accusing her of liking those. When really... The thing is, at Pick and Save, you can just never hear the words, so it's like, of course you're only going to hear... And of course you're going to interpret a song based on what you can hear, which is jack squat in that store, except for, like, the loud parts, or the parts that they embellish in the song, so it's going to be like... Rah. Oh, I guess you can run. I've never tried running over those before. Let me try that again. Holy crap, that makes it so much easier. Okay, make small jumps here, especially if you have the jump power-up. Because otherwise you'll hit the spikes and you have to start all over again. You can ride the penguin to that door, it's not worth it. There's another checkpoint back there or something, I don't know what it is, but... Whatever it is, I can almost promise you it ain't worth it, so... Don't even bother. Yeah. And when you have this jump power-up, you do have to be careful. So with great power comes great responsibility. And the other thing about the jump power-up that I haven't mentioned is that you can't pick up other power-ups while you're carrying it. So it does become problematic in that nature. However, you can pick up heart upgrades with it, so that's nice. And you can jump over that, which normally you can't do at all, so... Okay, guys, behold the hardest boss in the game right here. That's just my opinion. You might think differently when you play it. I don't know. I can't stand this guy. This pattern is probably the best. Hang out on the right side, hit him when you can, and then just... There we go. Got him. That's actually one of the easier times I've had with him, so... I guess if you really just follow the pattern more strictly than I am. Because I'm always trying to jump around and hit him, while at the same time watching myself as I'm coming down, because you don't want to fall into the pit, so... Of course, then it's even more distracting, because you're holding Y. You grip the right side of the platform, and just when you think you've died, you haven't, but then you gotta... whatever. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. In the next video, we finish the game off, starting with World 7, as you can plainly see. Goodbye, and take care.